Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright, we got some engine updates today. Larry, this is your engine all crated up, sitting on the tractor waiting for the trucking company to come today. It is leaving today, Friday, the 8th of March, and they tell me it'll be at your place in 2 days, but they're going to call you for an appointment and just let them know whenever you're available, and they will bring it right to your house. It's coming to your house, so they're going to come with a lift gate, so and a short truck, so no worries about unloading it. But they're going to give you a shout and let you know when it's going to be there. Everything came out perfect on your engine. I'm sure you'll be happy with it for many years to come. Okay, let's head inside, and many more engines to talk about today. Okay, we'll take things in order as we move through the shop. I did get Scott's 258 cleaned, and it's ready for machine work now. You can still see a little bit of the, just because the water and stuff, a little bit rusty. Okay, here is an MB that I am working on. Sadly, the crankshaft was bent on this one. I don't ever usually come across bent cranks on these engines, but the snout on this one was in horrible shape. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But this is ready for machine work as well. Here's Lou with his M38. Now, after I cleaned this, I measured it, and his bore at the top is good for 30. And then as you send the bore gauge down there, it's 2/1000 tight, halfway down and lower. So whoever honed this did not spend the proper amount of time when they were honing on the bottom to make it the same size as the top. So there is, I'm not going to be able to get you in there, but there is a lot of scuffing at the bottom of the cylinders, and the pistons are scuffed as well. It's almost like the pistons were getting tight as they were going down, so bad news there. But we'll get you bored and honed properly, Lou, so no worries about that. Here is an F head. Here is another F head. There is John's Hercules motor. I was going pretty good on that, but the guy who sent the main bearings didn't send number 5. There's no bearing under there. I don't have the crank tightened down yet. But so we're just waiting on one bearing. Camshaft is in, and this is coming along. So it won't be long before this one's finished. And let's go over here. I have Brian's block on the jig bore, and I'll show you a little closer when I get the lights on this. We're boring this. I had bored this 40 over with the the portable boring bar, and we got some shadows in there. I couldn't get it cleaned up at 40, so we're jumping up to 60 right now, and we're doing it on the SIP. So we'll get back to that in just a minute. Okay, here's a look at Brian's block. I think you can see the shadow we have there. That's more than a shadow, it's a ridge. And we got one in number 4. We got a small one in number 3, and I just finished cleaning up number 1 at 60. I left about 4/1000 for honing, and number 1 is set and cleaned up perfectly. I'm sure the rest of them will now, but I can't leave that in there, and that would just be a bad situation. So we're going to 60, Brian, and we'll get this cleaned up, honed, and start assembling it. I know it seems like these engines take forever, but I've got so much going on in the shop, and I do them in the order they came in, so trying to work on everything at once and get these out the door. So we'll get the SIP fired up and we'll start boring. Okay guys, that's number 1 and number 2. Now we are going to move the machine from 2 to 3, and we've got different bore spacing there. I think I showed you guys this before, but between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 you got 3.437. Between 2 and 3 they're spaced wider, 4.938. So we're going to throw this lever here and get the pump going again. And we will zero out and move the proper distance. Okay guys, you can see we got that bad shadow out of number 3, and number 4 has got a little one in. I'm sure we'll get that one out. So we got 1, 2, 3 finished, and we just moved our final movement, 3-inch 437 again, and we'll get boring this final hole, and then we'll pop Brian's block off this machine and into the honing machine. Okay Brian, got your block bored and everything came out perfect, nice and straight. And ready for honing. Now since I showed this machine, I get a lot of emails about guys with bigger engines. Straight 6s are no problem. Straight 8s are no problem. Straight 12s, V12s, V16s, doesn't matter. Table has a 4,000 pound capacity, and the stroke on this thing is, I'm not sure, 54 inches or something. I can bore from the tiniest hole, you know, to a big hole, something that apparently some machine shops can't do. If you have weird engines or anything like that, small holes, large bores, it doesn't matter. Not looking for a whole ton of work, but for the guys that can't find anywhere to bring their engines, I do have a straight 8 coming in for a boring job. Just a boring job, not doing anything with the engine but boring it. You can't find anybody to bore it. So anybody that's kind of at their wits end and can't find anybody to do stuff like that, the SIP is up and running perfectly and ready for boring blocks. Okay, here's Brian's block, heading into the honing machine for final honing. We'll fit some pistons in there, give it a good cleaning, and we'll be assembling your engine in no time, Brian. Hang in there. Okay guys, we're going to try and get Lou up on the SIP right now. Gantry crane is working out good. And we'll get Lou up there, and then I got Travis to do. I've got to deck Travis's block again because we had some additional cracks when I re-sleeved it. So I want to knock those pins down perfect with the deck surface there. So let's get Lou set up here. Then we'll try and get Travis set up on the Blockmaster, and we'll just kind of go back and forth, try and get everything done. Like I say, there's a lot of engines in here. I'm doing my best to get them out as fast as I can, but there's only so much I can do in a day. But we'll get Lou figured out here. And I think just a little bit more. Gantry crane is really the only way I can get them up and down on the SIP here. It's so high. even if I had a couple guys, it'd still be hard to arrange them. So gantry crane is working out real good. I'm gonna get him set up, and we'll try and get, like I said, we'll try and get Travis set up. So by the time I'm done with Lou, we could pop Travis right on here. Oh, and then we got that MB to do, and we're getting pretty caught up. Then we can get Scott on here. So it's a process. I better get busy. So we'll be with you in just a little bit, and I'll show you what I got going on next. Okay, we're just shaving down some of those stitching pins, and we are getting the new sleeves flush with the block. I'm going to probably take this in 2 passes, maybe 3. The pins were a little high. Sleeves I left just a hair high, so I can mill them. So I'm just taking a light cut this first time on Travis's block. And Travis, we're making progress. And once we get Lou board, you're the next to go on the SIP, and we'll get these cylinders finally bored straight. Remember, I don't know what happened with this block, but they put the first original sleeves in so crooked that I couldn't save them. So trying to make it right for you, and we're making progress, so hang in there. Okay, here's Lou on the boring machine. And you can hear in the background I'm still milling Travis's block. I've got to adjust the cutter. We're going to run through here and see what if we can clean everything up in 40. These are 30 over pistons that came out of here, scuffed up very badly. Let's hope that we can clean everything up in 40. And I still got to get everything indicated in, and get the center line of the first bore and get it in shape. But we're up here in between milling and boring. We'll get going on you, Lou. Okay, Travis, we got a beautiful finish on your block here. Can't hardly tell that those sleeves are in there. And ready to start boring after we get Larry just left, I meant. After we get Lou finished up. Lou, I got you all set up here. Carefully measured number 1 bore. I'm going to try my best to clean you up at 40. After I measured that bore a few times, we do have some waviness to it. The upper part is way over 30 right now, so I'm hoping we clean that up in 40. If not, we're going to have to jump to 60. But you are set up. We'll be on the next video before we get to boring yours. It's getting late in the day. Larry's engine was just picked up. Larry, if you're watching this, Estes just came and picked it up. And in a couple days you will have it. And I'm just finishing up with a plate. Here is Scott's 258 cylinder head, and I've got a bunch of these to do right now. For some reason there's just a run on 258s. I used to just put these in place and use some jacks underneath the head to get it set up, but I'm building a plate for it, and that'll go on that jig right there. I'll show you more of this as I'm milling his head. This head does have a big bow in the center, and we're going to try and get that out. But there's more engine work coming. Like I say, it's getting late in the day. Gotta go feed the cows and take care of the animals. So we're going to end this one here. And thanks for watching. Hope I brought everybody's engine up to date. That has one here. And we'll continue on, and I'll be back soon. We'll be boring Lou's and Travis's next. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.